sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy. Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. A getaway Friday, Memorial Day weekend. You know, hey, my name is Neal Ruhl. That guy is Sam Flannel, in for D-Mac. Flannel, welcome to your new home for the time being.
Oh, well, I mean, this always feels like home. It was one of my original homes. But, yeah, this is a good day, but I hate the Tigers so much. So much.
Oh, it's interesting you say that. We have KG in the house. KG, what's really good?
What's really good, man? You tell me. That barbecue about to be really good over the weekend.
That's what I'm saying. And we're getting it in. We're over at the Ruhl Estates. We're getting it in.
Oh, yeah.
It is BBQ time.
And thank you to everybody that served, man. Appreciate your service.
Absolutely. 100%. And remember this, too. All gave some, but some gave all.
Big fact.
And it wasn't just them either. It was the families, too.
Nice thumbnail.
What was it? I missed it.
I didn't see it.
It was James.
Oh.
Nice.
We'll talk about that. Flannel, there is, like, it's weird because there's, like, this little lull. Spencer Raxter in the house as well. Hello, Spenny.
Hello.
It's a nickel package Friday. We got the staples, the NFC North, the NFL, the college. We have a special Spencer Raxter Memorial Day nickel.
Oh, yeah.
Flannel, I'm hyped for that one.
I am hyped for that one, too. I already saw the questions. And as we talked about before the show even started, you'd want a guy like Spencer Raxter asking those questions, and he delivered.
No, he is the go-to authority on that.
I do what I can.
Mike Reed, hashtag Boot 'em Kids. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump in there and get your thoughts out there as well. Oh, yeah, we also have intern Justin here in the house. And Justin, I needed you to clear something up for me because it got late. To my shock, the Oilers were winning that game pretty much the whole time. But then the Dallas Stars, in Dallas Stars fashion, were able to tie the thing up. It went into overtime. I started to battle to stay awake. I fell asleep. I can only assume that probably Jamie Benn got an overtime winner, and the Dallas Stars got the win. Am I accurate? How did that game end?
McDavid scored with 30 seconds into double overtime.
So he overcame his, quote, concussion and everything and was still able to, go out there and get the job done when it mattered the most.
We'll get into it later at the NHL Nickel.
No, I don't think we will.
Oh, you want to get into it right now?
No, I don't.
Okay, well.
Because there's nothing to get into.
Right.
Well, I mean, Dallas has lost the last 7 game ones and won 5 of the 6 series. So I'm sitting here comfortable.
Okay, keep going to that well.
Comfortable in the uncomfortable, as you say.
All right. Good luck. Good luck. But yes, that's what we're going to get into today. And we're going to do it, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be a good time. But Flannel, you said it, and we're going to do this for the opening segment, and then we're going to move along, and I'm not talking about them again for a minute.
Sounds good.
The Detroit Tigers.
Yeah.
They've won 6 games in May. Discuss.
Well,
Don't you me.
It's a.
You told me everything was fine.
Yeah, I
They
thought
didn't
so.
get a hit until the 6th inning.
Once again, who thought the young players would regress like this?
Yeah, weird. It's like we were counting on rookie parlays again.
all right,
Sorry to interrupt,
and
Flannel.
you know what? I will actually get on the stand and admit something that I admitted yesterday. I probably took too much stock into small sample sizes of guys like Spencer Torkelson, Parker Meadows, and Jake Rogers.
Really? You never do that.
You really got to do that? You really got to do that? You really got to do that
Yes,
right
I
now
did.
when I'm actually humbling myself? And yes, they've all been... Parker Meadows obviously was so bad. He got sent to AAA.
He's a bum.
Spencer Torkelson's a bum, and
He's
Jake
a
Rogers
bum.
is
Sam, they
is
shouldn't
a
be
bum.
this bad, man. You shouldn't feel that bad. They shouldn't be this bad.
Well, but you know what really has been a kick in the nuts about May? There's a couple of things, and I don't want to single these guys out or anything like that. Riley Green and Mark Canha have been terrible in May. You know what else has been terrible in May? Their bullpen. Do you know that their bullpen now statistically is a middle-of-the-pack Major League Baseball bullpen?
Still better than the lineup.
That's true and all, but the point is that there's really not a whole lot you can even count on with this team except for Tarek Skubal and Reese Olson at this point.
But Flannel, and I know where you're getting at with this, but let me cut that shit off right here. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
Because if you don't get a hit until the 6th inning, you're not winning. You're not winning in the majors. You're not winning.
I understand.
You're not winning.
And see, this
You're
is
not winning.
This is where my problem is with you. The only people you allow anyone to blame is lineup Kenta Maeda.
Because you can't win if you don't score runs.
I understand that.
You can't win.
But their bullpen was at the beginning of the year was elite. Now it's middle of the pack. Their lineup is always bad. I understand that. But it's a complimentary thing.
That is the price to get in the club to win a game. Okay. You have to score, a run.
And you know what? I will give my solution right now. I'll give my solution. You know what they should do? If they were a real organization, this is what the Detroit Tigers would do. They would obviously find a way to DFA Javi Baez. He's the worst everyday player in Major League Baseball. But do you know who else?
I was told he was back.
He is not back.
Spenny?
He's back.
Do you know who else? 2 players they should also get rid of immediately, ship them off, never see them again. And a lot of people might not like this. Matt Vierling and Gio Urshela, gone.
Wait a minute.
Gone.
KG?
Hey.
Gio Urshela was the answer. I was told that by you.
I was
He
wrong.
started off good.
I was wrong.
He started off good.
I was told that by you.
I was wrong.
told that by you.
Wrong.
He started off good. That's all I can say. Then he got hurt.
So it's over?
With those 2, it should
So
be.
wait a minute. What's he, 32, 33?
Thought he was 32.
Okay.
No, they should both be
So
gone.
wait a minute. You're telling me a 32-year-old that you bring in for $1 million isn't good?
Yeah.
Weird.
And if you want me to continue humbling myself, Matt Chapman's gotten hot too. Mm-hmm. And I was somebody who mocked people for wanting to have signed him, and I look wrong on that as well.
To be fair, it wasn't.
I know.
It wasn't Matt Chapman. I wasn't dying. It was the philosophy of a player like Matt Chapman.
But you can try and kill us once again. Your young players were not supposed to regress this badly. Point blank.
They weren't. But I will say this: I looked at a Parker Meadows sample size that was like 30-some games last year and said he was pretty good. I think he's going to be good this year. Spencer Torkelson really had only a couple good months, and everything besides his home runs was subpar. His on-base percentage was subpar.
At what point when you look around the room do you just say, this is what we are? With Torkelson, who can be a home run hitter, a Rob Deere type, and Riley Green is not a video game cover guy. He's just not.
You know what I do like about Riley Green, though? And he's been terrible in the month of May. He's not hitting, and when you're not hitting, this doesn't matter. He does take his walks. He is going to be a guy that I think.
And I'm with you.
Yes.
See, like, and people, because I know we talked about this a little bit. I know, like, in this society, I'm going to be vilified for that and say, well, you said Riley Green sucks. No, I didn't say that. He's not MLB The Show cover guy.
Right.
He's not that. He's serviceable.
Yeah.
He's a good major league player. He's serviceable.
Yes.
He's not Bobby Witt.
No, he's not.
He's not Jose Ramirez. What you notice the theme with the guys I'm talking about?
They're in the division.
They're in your division. Where's your guy? Again, 2 years ago when Spencer came on, my big thing was, where's my guy? And here I sit still.
I thought it was Riley Green. I mean, and for the record, I still think he's going to put together a fine season. He just maybe he needs a day off or two. I know he got pinch hit for last night, but like with Riley Green, I've always said he can impact the game even when he's not hitting because he can walk. And also, Mark Canha, another one, has that. He's not been hitting well lately either, but at least he takes his walks. He's got that good strike zone discipline. The problem that I have with Gio Urshela and Matt Vierling, and Javi Baez, of course, is a pitcher could literally spike the ball at the mound 4 straight times and they wouldn't walk. Gio Urshela and Matt Vierling have batting averages that are about 260 and they have on-base percentages of under 300. Get those guys off my team. Bring up Justin Henry Malloy. Bring up Jace Young. Start Spencer Torkelson and just say, if your on-base percentage isn't 330 by the end of the year, get him out of town. I guess Colt Keith, it's an evaluation year. And you know what? Go ahead.
Go. This popped me here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was bad on me.
Honestly, if there's 2 guys, and I even did a little homework, if there's 2 if you want to play the Moneyball game, which I think the Detroit Tigers should, I'm an advocate of Moneyball.
That's what they're doing.
There are 2 players.
Not successfully.
There are 2 players that you need to go after, and one of them you're going to see tonight. I'm going to go with the first one first. You need to get a guy who is on my B team, the Chicago Cubs. Go after Mike Tauchman. Mike Tauchman is the perfect Moneyball player. 370 on base percentage, lifetime on base percentage.
What's the salary? That's all that matters around here, I've been told.
Well, you're not. and I don't know what his contract situation is, but you're going to get him for cheap. He's Mike Tauchman. He's undervalued. And also, when you're looking at Toronto Blue Jays players, you know who you should be looking at, and I'm dead serious? Kevin Biggio. Kevin Biggio can take his walks. That's a guy you want. I got the number pulled up right now. Kevin Biggio, throughout his entire career, has an on-base percentage 117 points higher than his batting average.
Now I'm going to step in, Flannel.
Okay.
Because
Kevin Biggio.
Here we are. They're 10 games out.
They're done. It's over.
And the names I get are Kevin Biggio and who? Mike Taubman?
Dude.
Tillman? Wait, who is it?
They're Scott Hatteberg. That's basically what they are. They're what the Oakland A's did with Scott Hatteberg in 2002.
And I do have to take, and this is the first time we're going to butt heads.
Okay.
I like this guy a lot.
Yes.
I'm a fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
I tap into Wake Up Woodward, he's there.
Oh, Broder.
But when he jumps in with this shit, this is our first bump in the road, Mr. Broder. How about some patience? Good thing there's 100 games left. This is 9 years, Broder. Do not come at me with, how about some patience? Patience?
Yeah, it's hard.
Patience?
It's hard to say
What,
patience.
we waiting for Javi to turn it around still? Is that what we're doing? We waiting at the window for Dad to come back from the store? He ain't coming back. This is what it is. Javi update, by the way. Javi watch. Hey, he got a hit last night and scored a run. He was 1 for 3 with a run. That brings him to 3 for his last 15. All right? And I got a message from somebody on social media. Why are you always trolling Javi all the time?
Because he sucks.
Trolling? So I prefer to read that like this, with my response, to the tune of "They Not Like Us," if we
Oh,
would.
Shit.
Why you trolling Javi like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to hit pitch, but he should be in the minors. Get him out of here.
Good job, dude.
That was very nicely
That
done.
was good, actually.
And the more
I even put the Kendrick
Yes.
voice into it.
You
100%
did.
you did.
I was proud of you, man.
And the more we do this,
Can we submit that to the delegation, by the way?
we can. Well,
That cut ice, didn't it?
It
That-
did.
Thank you.
I'll make sure they get it.
You said they're meeting again, what, maybe Wednesday?
Maybe Wednesday.
All right.
If they feeling good.
All right.
the fact that, and we all are in agreement with this, the fact that Javi Baez still plays every day, the fact that he's 4th on your team in at-bats, the Detroit Tigers are a clown, unserious organization. What they are.
What?
Brother, this guy
That
stinks.
was good, Neal. That was good.
It was.
What?
Oh, that was good. That was funny.
Okay.
Baez fucking sucks.
He's a bum.
He's a bum.
Mike G. Broder, can you call into the show? No, do not. KG, if the phone rings, do not pick it up.
Pick it up. I got you, man.
No. Do not insult me like that, Broder. Patience. Good thing there's 100 games. What evidence do you have to suggest that anything is going to be different? What evidence? Give me a reason. Because I can give you years of data to suggest that it won't.
I was hoping this day wouldn't come where you're starting to look correct.
I'm not going to say it, but I'll allow you to say it, KG. Go ahead.
Neal, you're starting to look correct.
I mean, this was the stretch. This was a stretch of 18 games where you had 12 of them at home and 15 of them were against teams with losing records. I called for them to go 11-7. They're now 4-9 in their first 13 in this stretch.
Sheesh.
And hey, I actually have sweet tickets tonight. Thank you, wifey, but I don't even want to watch this team.
But you're going.
I mean,
It's a sweet.
It's fine. No. And look, guys, and look.
Sweet, man.
Look, I'll say this too. I'll go to a couple games.
Right.
And I would never say don't go.
Yeah.
I'll never say don't go. It's a fireworks night tonight, I believe.
so. Yeah.
Go in, do it, have a summer shandy.
Damn
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Have
Hey,
to.
free drinks in the suite.
Knock them down.
Where'd you get these tickets,
My,
man?
well, my wife's got like a corporate job. So
Shout
like,
out to
so,
wifey.
yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out
Hooking it
wifey.
up.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Broder, don't worry, I'm not calling in. Good. I'm just gonna stop reading it right there. That's the result I want. Because we are not. We are not having that discussion, Broder. Not today, not tomorrow, not Tuesday, not September, not next April. And I know how this will work. Come April, Broder and the rest of them. Oh, did you see who they picked up? No. Wait.
If it's Mike Tauchman and Kevin Biggio, you'll get me excited. Those are some real Moneyball undervalued diamond in the rough players. Scott Harris, listen to me. Listen to me. If you don't want to spend big, get those guys. I promise you this team will be improved. They might even go on a 20-game winning streak, just like I'm kidding, but I believe in Moneyball more than most.
Laugh to keep from crying. Go ahead.
That guy 62 bars, Neal. J. Thomas, Neal. Lots of fire emojis too. Hey man, I felt compelled.
You did your thing.
No, that one, that DM dude with why are you trolling? He's trolling me every night of my life. Tell him about Dispo.
Absolutely. Visit Dispo Dispensary today for deals too good to miss. Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. Try the freshest inventory for Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis club.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neal Ruhl here for woodwardsports.com/shop. Exactly. You guys know what it is. It's time. Where are we with the Boo Them Kids shirt?
Justin.
Should be ready.
Should be.
Should be ready. Well, you should go to woodwardsports.com/shop. The Boo Them. I'm not pumping everything. You guys know the Stoke Not Scared shirt. All of baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's Woodward Sports Golf Line. Boo Them Kids. Coming soon. Let's get it done. Just like a Javi base hit, I guess, is coming soon.
Boo Them Kids will be here first.
Before Javi base.
Yeah. So there's that. All right. We do have, kind of one news thing to handle, and we'll get to that. Then we're going all nickel packages the rest of the way. It's a getaway Friday. We're going to have fun. We got a Spencer Raxter Memorial Day nickel package that I can't wait for. It's going to be electric. I got some. Hey, those football packages are good.
Yes.
They are good. A lot of tone in them there questions. A lot of tone.
I bet.
Be a lot more tone in them answers. If you missed the first segment, I advise you to rewind and go back and watch. I had a good bar about Javi Baez.
You did.
I did.
I will get that clip, sir.
I'll say it. All right, Detroit Pistons reportedly nearing their deal. Right? Is that where we're at? Nearing completing the deal?
Yes.
Okay, that's where we're at. The reported news is that Trajan Langdon will in fact become the president of basketball operations for the Detroit Pistons. So I saw Spenny's clip yesterday. Yeah. I'm going to go in a different direction than that one. With all due respect, Woodward Heavyweight, shout out 5-7. You guys had it first. Flannel, what was the temperature of the water with the morning show?
KG, you answered that question.
Yeah, I mean, Kool-Aid just pretty much broke down the move. He had mentioned Trajan previously as one of the front runners, and it turns out they landed on him. They're just discussing numbers now, but I mean, what can you say? I mean, he's done good with the Pelicans. Hopefully he could come over here. He's somebody with a little bit of NBA experience. He's had jobs before. Hasn't had this big of a job, but hopefully he can do something with our Pistons, man.
Yeah, and he's kind of come up the ranks as well. Yeah. I mean, I know Spencer's thoughts on it.
Right. It's better than JJ Redick, man.
He's come up through the ranks. So, like anybody that starts as a scout, see, like I've always thought this about basketball, and just to kind of intertwine the college stuff, I always thought that when Roy Williams kind of stepped aside, I always thought that we never really knew how good of a coach Roy Williams was in college. Because he's a guy that when he turned 16, got his license, he got a Lambo as his first car. And then he upgraded the Lambo, to, the Bentley truck. And it was always like that. Trajan Langdon, as if they went the J.J. Redick route that some people were talking about. Trajan Langdon's been in the trenches before. When you're a scout, you're in the trenches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did the assistant GM thing with the Nets as well. So on paper, and again, on paper with what he's done, and the Pelicans, look, I think, Flannel, when you talked about the Pelicans, people kind of laughed a little bit.
Yeah.
But the Pelicans are what your next step should be as a franchise, right? No. Yearly playoff contender, maybe win a series.
It's funny that you mentioned that because that's kind of where I was going to go with my view on the whole Trajan Langdon thing. And for the record, if you're one of those people that just hears the connection to the Tellums and completely shuts down, I don't blame you for even a second. That's one of my impulses as well, because I do think the Tellums have played a big role in destroying the Pistons franchise. However, and here's where I have to separate this a little bit. I'd asked myself one question when I heard the Trajan Langdon hire, and it was, are the New Orleans Pelicans a well-run organization? The correct answer is yes. And Trajan Langdon
on the court, yes.
Yes, 100% they are. And Trajan Langdon, since he's been he was hired as their general manager since 2019. His first pick was Zion Williamson, which was obvious. Anybody could have made that pick. But in 2021, they made a draft night trade for Trey Murphy, who was the number 17 pick overall. I think that worked out pretty well. And in 2021, that same draft, they got Herb Jones in the second round, which is a really damn good value pick. He's the type of guy that any team would want on their team, and he's going to help them win. Furthermore, he's also been pretty shrewd with some trades during his time with New Orleans. He acquired Brandon Ingram prior to the 2019-2020 season in the Anthony Davis deal. And they got somebody in return for that who ended up being an all-star, which is, I'd say, a win for them. And another guy that they got in the Anthony Davis deal, Josh Hart, they used to help flip. They basically flipped him and some others for C.J. McCollum in the middle of the 2022 season. And prior to that season, they acquired Jonas Valanciunas. And it's basically gotten them to the point where last year they were 49-33. They were a play-in team. However, and this is what has really stunted the New Orleans Pelicans, and this is not Trajan Langdon's fault. It's the fact that Zion Williamson is one of the most injury-prone players in the history of the NBA. Prior to this season, he played 29 games in the previous two seasons combined. Brandon Ingram, he missed some games this year, but in the past two seasons prior to this one combined, missed 64 games. Even this year, Trey Murphy missed 25, C.J. McCollum missed 16, Brandon Ingram missed 18, Zion missed 12, and the New Orleans Pelicans were 3 games shy of getting the 4 seed. I think if this roster was more healthy, they would have been this season, in terms of this playoffs in which it was kind of wide open, a real championship contender. And these are all guys that have been either drafted or traded for under Trajan Langdon's stewardship. And even this season, they probably would have been more of a threat to make more noise in the playoffs if Zion Williamson didn't get hurt in the play-in. They lost game 1 by 2, and they lost game 4 by 8. My point is that the Tellum connection, does it scare the shit out of me? Absolutely, as it should. But Trajan Langdon, especially the fact that they're giving him the title of president of basketball operations, he's shown to be a very competent front office guy.
Okay, Spenny, your retort.
You know who's shown to be very competent and very good hires on paper before they came to the Pistons?
No, I understand that, but we're talking Trajan Langdon.
Yeah, that's
right
what I'm getting there.
Okay.
Troy Weaver, everybody loved that hire.
True.
He was great in Oklahoma City. Mm-hmm. He has a great track record. He's a great basketball mind. Bring him in here, he'll do great things. Okay, sounds good. Monty Williams, great basketball coach, number 1 on everybody's board. He's the right decision, the move you got to make. Bring him in here. He'll do great things. Look what happened to them. Why do you think the people at the powers at B who have not made a single decision that has benefited this team for the better will do that out of nowhere? I have no faith in the front office. I have no faith in the guys making these decisions because they bring guys in here who are good basketball minds, like Monty Williams, like Troy Weaver, and like Trajan Langdon. If they handcuff these guys, don't allow them to make their own decisions, it breeds failure. It is a consistent cycle of a mouthpiece and an excuse for the guys at the top to get off and do whatever they want. It doesn't matter to me anymore. If he comes in here and his first move is not to fire anyone who had any hand in constructing this roster or this franchise, then he is just another bot, and that's what it is. The first move that they should have made this offseason was to clean house and fire everybody, but they didn't. So it's unserious to me.
And fair.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you say, right? Because every word you said, that's how it's played out. No question about it. That's fair. The thing that I like about him, and look, we don't know what the move's going to be. Like, is he going to come in?
Yeah.
Will he fire Weaver?
Right.
Will he keep Weaver? No one knows. We don't know. We're going to see though. We're definitely going to see. Is the moral of the story for me is he did it in a way where see the thing that was interesting with Weaver about me was at OKC when they put the wheels in place for this, it was all about draft capital. They have more draft picks than they can even physically use still.
War chesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And they kind of went away from that a little bit. And look, like the Jalen Duren thing, he kind of created that out of nothing. Like, for real, if that pick never conveys to the Knicks or if it turns out to be a second rounder, he will have created Jalen Duren out of nothing, which, I support. But where's the ancillary stuff that goes around with it? And when I say that, what Trajan Langdon has shown to do, you got to mix and scratch. You know what Trajan Langdon is? You know what he did with the Pelicans? He did what Joe Dumars did with the Pistons. He mixed and scratched and got on the ones and twos and like Stackhouse and flipped him and some of the dudes that he had, and he moved them around because he never really did it, quote, through the draft. Well, and that's what that's what I do like about what Trajan Langdon has done.
Well, and Spenny, I can't really disagree with much about what you said, although I think that Trajan Langdon has a better track record than Troy Weaver did. Troy Weaver was kind of always an assistant, and Trajan Langdon, who knows how much power he had in New Orleans? I'd assume he had more than Troy Weaver did here. He was the general manager, and I don't believe they had a president of basketball operations. They had David Griffin.
I was going to say, what was David Griffin?
He was like an executive vice president or something like that. But yeah, I understand. And also with Trajan Langdon, they're giving him the title of president of basketball operations, which they never did to Troy Weaver.
Yeah, David Griffin is the executive vice president of basketball operations.
I understand that.
What's the difference between that and president of basketball?
I don't know. But and you know what? You speak for the faction of people that hear the Tellum connection and shut down. I can't knock you for that, and you might be entirely right. And what I was speaking to is I do believe Trajan Langdon is a good basketball mind, but it might not matter, as you said. But as you said, Neal, when you trade away your number 1 overall pick, you're a franchise player who was Anthony Davis, and you end up getting Brandon Ingram, who became an all-star, and you ended up getting Josh Hart, who you were able to flip for CJ McCollum. That's some mixing and scratching right there. Those are some pretty damn good trades.
And it ties into this, too, because in the Woodward Sports chat thread, Hoofhearted says, is the NBA ever really going to allow the Pistons to have a real shot anyways? And Hoofhearted, that's what I'm getting at. It's not up to the NBA.
It's up to the Pistons.
When you did it the way Trajan Langdon did it, when you do it the way that Joe Dumars did it back in the day, it's up to you.
All right.
And you gotta use a piece to get a piece to move a piece to get a piece.
We've never had a bona fide star in this town, especially in terms of Pistons.
Since Isaiah,
I actually
right? Grant Hill?
Yeah.
I have a question for Spenny. If somehow the Brandon Ingram connection comes through and the Pistons are able to pick him up, will you start to warm your heart to Trajan Langdon a little bit?
I won't warm my heart to anybody until they win some fucking games.
Okay.
I don't care about.
So you're at fire some people or win games.
Yes. No, I'm at fire people and win games. They are the same exact thing. Like, nobody in that front office should be here.
They shouldn't.
Still.
And that's fine.
None of those people deserve to keep their jobs. That should have been the number one thing, number one move in the offseason. When you go into the press conference preseason and say, we're done with the rebuild, we're trying to win, we're here to win games, and you go out there and you win 14, you failed and you shouldn't have a job anymore. That entire front office should have been fired. That should have been number one move of the offseason, and then bring in a guy like this.
Well, and do you think that Tredge and Langdon being a Tellem connection makes it less likely that they clean house?
I hope not. I hope not. But if that's what happens, like I said, I said it yesterday. I know everybody was focused on me pronouncing his name incorrectly, but I said his first office or his first move should be to clear out the front office. If he doesn't do that, then I don't have faith in the regime.
And you have to respect that opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you have to.
Absolutely.
Like, I can't sit here and kill you on that. Because the numbers are the numbers, man. So, with that being said, Woodward Sports Chat thread, DNCNT, the Knicks have our pick from the Stewart trade, not Duren. It was Christian Wood, the rights to our next 6 first-round picks for Ariza and Stu. But no, DNC, my point was that's the philosophy, right? The trade philosophy where you create and in the end it costs you nothing. I wasn't speaking like in a vacuum about the Duren trade. I was saying philosophically what they did. Because you can look at it, when all the dust settles from all this stuff, you can essentially say that you got Jalen Duren out of nothing. And I know it's not linked to the Duren trade. Like, I'm not going full linear on it. I don't do that. I speak in generalities.
Yeah.
Nobody has time or the desire to sit here and listen to everything broke down all the time. They just don't. Sorry, man. But that's the way that it is. All right, we got to get the nickel packages rolling when we come back. Let me see here. Oh, no. Before we do that, when we come back, Flannel, we got to do the J-Mo thing.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Let's do it.
it's time.
It is time. The day of reckoning has come.
Let's cut the shit.
Let's cut it, man. Let's absolutely cut it. Hey, Woodward Sports has a new morning show. Well, it's not new to you anymore, but you do know it's Wake Up Woodward.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. You know the players. You know the game. Kool-Aid, Flannel, Sam. Broder just wants you to be patient. And, of course, there is KG, JB Smoove as well, the legend. Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Woo-woo. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers, with one major difference: they're family and locally owned for over 30 years with 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right, keeping it pushing your Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Flannel Sam in for DMAC KG, intern Justin as well, Spencer Raxter also. Just a hodgepodge of reaction. The Tigers talk that we had in the first segment. Go back and listen to that. Just a fan. KG's given up. Tigers are done for sure. Yeah. Sandy, Neal, I'll help you get rid of him. Well, we need $90 million, Sandy, and then we can do it.
Maybe 95.
Detroit Dabber 313. Neal's to the point where he's making Kendrick Tigers remixes, and you want him to be patient? Ha ha ha. And then right above that, Broder. They're building an organization from the bottom up at the MLB level. They probably got to move on from both Riley Green and Torque. No. No, they don't. I was told by Tiger fans they would not do Riley Green and Torque for Bobby Witt Jr. I was told that. I can screenshot it for you.
That is true.
So which is it? yeah, that one is it. But happy to have you all jump in there. Get your thoughts out there. You're there, too. Why don't you go ahead and click the like button if you'd be so cool.
Might as well.
To do that because, like I said, you're there anyway. Flannel, have to get your reaction. It was odd to me to hear Dan Campbell when he addressed the media at OTAs at Allen Park. It was really weird. Do you think Dan Campbell's a good coach?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Brad Holmes is a good GM?
Yes.
The setup.
You do? What?
The setup is impeccable. No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just admiring your work.
Well, it's weird to me that both of these guys would go on the line, certainly Dan Campbell by name, to sit up there and say that a bust like Jamison Williams, your words, not mine, a bust like Jamison Williams, Sam Flannel repeatedly, just attributing the quote, a bust like Jamison Williams. It's weird for Dan Campbell to go on the line and say that, quote, a bust. Well, I'm sorry, he didn't quote that. To say a bust, quote, that Jamison Williams is a man on a mission and is a most improved player, unquote. Flannel, I'm confused because maybe it's because he's a bust, so he had the most room to grow. How can he talk about that? Jamison Williams, a bust like that, in those terms?
Well, this is where there's a difference between, Lions fans who appreciate J-Mo, who like the flashes that he's shown, which he has, but also know that he needs to show more and needs to improve. I can vibe with those people because I do think J-Mo is going to have his best season this year. I do. And then there's the cult of J-Mo led by you, Neal.
Wait a minute.
What?
So you expect him to have a good year now? Why? Why are you getting off the bus stuff?
I've never said that he wasn't going to have a better year this year.
But you did call him a bust.
I might have called him that once, but
now it's different.
People make mistakes,
he is
Neal.
not a bust yet. He's got to show us more. That's what I've always said. But it's people like you, Neal Ruhl, you who I was listening yesterday. You were really wilding out. Did I hear you say you're about to put Jamison Williams in the Hall of Fame? Is he next?
No, that was a text. That was a texter.
Yeah, that was a comment.
It was.
I don't know about that. You didn't shoot that down.
I also didn't call him a bust, and then just seconds ago say he's going to have a great year this year.
I said he's going to have his best year. I think he's going to have his best year this year. I do.
Sam blow up incoming.
But you basically, there's never any accountability with Jamison Williams. You think his career has gone just swimmingly, where I think so far he has underperformed. Is it all his fault? Not necessarily, but he had 354 receiving yards last year. Fine. This is the year. Josh Reynolds gone. A lot of those targets are going to J-Mo. However, so far, it hasn't really been good enough to me, at least to justify the number 12 overall pick. And also, last season, the Lions were 4-1 without him. Do I think he raises their ceiling? Absolutely. But do I think you talk about him in too glowing terms right now? 100%.
Huh. I'm confused. Because I just want to know how you think a bust is going to have his best season. And there's people like you in the chat. And Flannel, this is never a good space to be in for you. I'm just going to tell you this before I read it. Catspot, Neal thinks Jamison having 2 catches for 25 yards against the 49ers is a good game. And Katz thinks that a 40-plus yard touchdown run and another touchdown reception in the biggest game in Lions history since the 50s is not a good game. Okay, Catspot.
He did have a good game. He had a very good game in the NFC Championship.
He was the best player on the field.
See, that's where I can't vibe with you on that. Monty, Laporta, and Amon-Ra were better than him that day. Did Jamison Williams make the play that got you out of your seat the most? Yes. I will give you that 100%.
That's what he is.
Okay,
Flannel.
Fine. But he's not consistent. And this is the year where I think he needs to take that step up with the more targets, with the fact that he's probably going to be wide receiver number 2.
So you would agree that he needs more targets in order to reach full potential?
I understand that, but he also
agree with that?
He also needs to earn those targets because now you're getting a space where.
Well, by that definition, Flannel, what did he do to earn more targets? Right? Other than Reynolds leaving.
Yes, and he's going to get them.
Did he earn them or no? You just said he did.
If they give him wide receiver 2, absolutely he has. Because if you're wide receiver 2, that means you're probably going to be the 3rd highest targeted player on the team. They can't all go to Laporta and St. Brown. And I think that Jamison Williams is more talented than Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Shad 216. Sam is hoping J-Mo is a bust. Do you agree with that statement?
No, because if Jamison,
Well, what changed?
If Jamison Williams pops off, I might call the Lions Super Bowl favorites. Isn't that what we all want? Yes. I don't vibe with the cult of J-Mo. That's all. That's more the thing. And we all have those players whose fans kind of annoy you more than the actual player.
Dirty Dr. D. I love this segment already. This was right when it started.
Yeah.
And I had some questions for Flannel that I wanted answered. Because I want to know why you were non-verbally punching air at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers watch party last year. Remember, Spenny?
Yes.
We had photographic evidence. Remember that?
He did not stand up and cheer.
He didn't.
And it was like a reserve cheer. It was like a
Through the teeth.
yeah.
He gave a golf clap.
Yeah.
Here's my issue. And this is where I almost had to turn it off because you were so nauseating yesterday. You're literally victory lapping coaches' comments. Do you think that those comments just manifested 1,000 yards in the air?
I'm not victory lapping anything because
exactly
I know what the end result's going to be.
Well, but we haven't seen it yet. The man had 354 receiving yards last year.
And he scores a touchdown 1 out of every 9 targets and 1 out of every 4 rushes.
Oh, congratulations. Mike Evans,
That's what he does.
1 touchdown every 6 touches. Cortland Sutton, 1 every 6. Jordan Addison, who Lions fans actually think J-Mo is better than, 1 out of every 7. Brandon Cooks, 1 out of every 7.5. Romeo Dobbs, who Lions fans think Jamison is better than, 1 out of every 7.5. Jaden Reed, who Lions fans think J-Mo is better than, 1 out of every 7.5. Gabe Davis, who Lions fans think stinks, 1 out of every 6.5. Josh Reynolds, goodbye, good riddance, 1 out of every 8. DJ Chark, who Lions fans think stinks, 1 out of every 7. Christian Watson, who Lions fans think J-Mo is better than, 1 out of every 6.5. Yeah. And oh, by the way, do you know who has 1 touchdown every 6.5 touches? I really didn't want to do this, but my point is that stat doesn't mean as much as you think. You know who has 1 touchdown every 6.5 touches?
Hey, are those guys you just listed, are they all bust?
No.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Well, why is it different with J-Mo?
Because
weird.
Mike Evans.
Do I have video of you calling every one of those guys a bust?
Because every single one of those players were more productive. Every single one. Mike Evans, 1,000 yards. Jordan Addison, 900. Jaden
so
Reed, 900
you want
purpose.
J-Mo. How many targets J-Mo have last year?
He had 42.
So you want him to get 1,000 yards on 42 targets?
No,
yes, you do.
No,
yes, you do.
No.
You're doing a false equivalency right now.
No. You know what you're doing? You're blaming everything on targets.
Yes, I am. 100%.
So are you mad at Jared Goff and Ben Johnson? Are you mad at Jared Goff that he can't get on the ball?
They should have used him more, yeah. They should have used him more.
They were 12-5. They won the NFC Championship game.
Right.
They were fine. They were 4-1 without him. They scored 31 against Seattle without him. They scored 30 against Minnesota without him. They scored 34 at Lambeau Field without him.
Yeah, how many they score at San Francisco with him?
31.
How many of those did he put up?
He put up 12 because a touchdown is worth 6 points.
Well, that's math.
That's hate.
Fine.
But,
yeah. Fine. Your numbers don't mean what you think. And oh, by the way, the answer is John Ross. John Ross, 1 touchdown out of every 6.5 touches. That happened. The worst top 10 pick in wide receiver in NFL history besides maybe Kevin White.
I already know what the end result's going to be, Flannel.
Fine. But you're acting like he's already a superstar.
I can see it, Flannel.
Okay,
fine. Not everybody walks in the door and it just takes off. Especially, and I love it too, because you and the cat spots and everything like that, you were like, he's been in the league 3 years. No, he hasn't.
Oh,
no, he hasn't.
Okay.
That's the only reason you could get him in the draft, Flannel, is because he had a torn ACL. You knew the first year was a write-off. I love how people like you people go back, well, this is 3rd year in the league. He should be doing more than this. No, you knew the first year was what it was going to be. You knew it.
You
hold that against him? No, you guys hold that. You people hold that against him. And then, the 4-game gambling suspension.
Yeah.
Which was garbage.
Which was garbage
fine,
in the end.
Then again, you never hold him accountable for anything. He, out of his own mouth, said that he had some maturity issues when he entered the league. And last season, he did a better job of sort of ingratiating himself to the team and being more of a part of the herd.
He was never a cancer, though.
No, he wasn't. I never said he was. It's never.
No, you just said he was a bust.
It's never been, and it's never been about anything other than the fact that he hasn't been productive. And I think he will be this year. But you guys are already ready to put him in the Hall of Fame. And oh, by the way, I heard this too. The only time you mentioned Aiden Hutchinson yesterday was saying that you think James Houston is basically better than him already.
When
Did
I say that?
No, you were like, he might get more sacks than Aiden next year. Wink, wink.
You did say that.
You did say that.
No. I did not say that. I said, is it out of the realm of possibility? I said that a case could be made.
It can't be made. James Houston has played 156 career snaps. Literally, Josh Paschal is looking at him. Josh Paschal is a wily old veteran. Josh Paschal and Jamison Williams are wily old veterans compared to James Houston. I get it. He really popped off as a rookie, but at the same time, it's just victory lapping coaches' comments when it comes to J-Mo.
Well,
saying Hutch needs to do more.
In the coach's defense, Dan Campbell ain't just saying this shit for his health. And he's also criticized J-Mo in the media. So for him to be saying this, of course, I don't take it light. Is it everything? No, but I don't take that lightly. Absolutely not.
No.
He wouldn't just go out there and say that for no reason.
I agree. That's one. I think he's going to be good this year. I do.
Steve
but he's got to show more.
What's good?
Hold on. Steve DeYoung. How is it Jamo's fault that he did not get more targets, Flannel? Look, I can throw a tantrum too. That's all it is.
So you hate Goff. You know what the Lions should actually do? You know what the Lions should actually do? And this would make everyone in this room happy.
Should they get a haircut at Lady Jane's?
What should they do, Flannel?
I'm going to tell you real quick. They should make a heliocentric Jamison Williams style offense. Kind of like the football version of Houston Rockets James Harden, where he gets every target, he gets every end around. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta are now second fiddle to Jamison Williams.
Oh my God, they'd score 70 points a game, Flannel.
Okay, that's exactly what they would do. Just make it a heliocentric J-Mo offense.
They could all take the game off and go to Lady Jane's and get their haircut.
And while you're at that, get a quarterback with a better arm than Jared Goff. That's what you want now, to get the heliocentric Jamison offense.
No, I just want people to get their haircut at Lady Jane's.
All right, I know we're late for break. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, where I have gone very, very recently and gotten this haircut. Thank you, KG. That's facts, by the way. But anywho, you guys can stop in 7 days a week, get your haircut, watch the game, talk to some of the stylists who have always done a great job on my hair. I believe Tasha was the last one who cut it. Shout out, Tasha. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supplies has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts.
All right, off and running here. Nickel Package Friday on a getaway weekend. Shout out to all the vets out there. Was just told they're listening to the show down at the VA, as a matter of fact.
Shout out.
Shout out to all the vets.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And as I always like to say, some gave all, all gave some, but some gave all, man. So remember that. And that's the families, too.
It gives me chills.
Yeah. Families, too, man. Everybody paid a price, no doubt.
Wait until you start seeing some of the hometown heroes come in here.
Yeah.
Jesus, that shit is...
That's one of my favorite
Powerful.
things we do.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
I love the way the chat got into it, too. Like, everybody got into it, man.
Shout out Ronnie Cyrus. Shout out all the hometown heroes. That's one of my favorite things we do at the network.
Yeah, I can't wait, honestly. I just heard about that, and that I have chills, honestly, right now, thinking about doing that and giving them the appreciation that they deserve.
Dante 151, didn't we have this talk last offseason? It feels like Groundhog's Day. I'm still waiting for a Flannel Sam wow sound in the drop system.
J-Mo!
Poor J-Mo. That was pretty iconic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everyone wants to know why you hate Jared Goff now.
I don't hate Jared Goff. I'm making a
Why does he need a stronger arm?
Well, in the heliocentric Jameson Williams offense, I don't necessarily think that Jared Goff would be the best quarterback for it. I think he's a great quarterback for...
He looked fine in that Dallas Cowboys game.
No, I mean, this offense as currently constructed, I think he fits Amon-Ra St. Brown's skill set well. Sam Laporta's and J-Mo's kind of... I don't know. I still think it's a work in progress with them. They need this full offseason, which they're getting, for the record.
All right, we're squeezing a little close here. We got to get in the NFC North nickel package.
Yeah,
nickel package Friday, getaway weekend.
We got 5 minutes. We can knock some out real quick. Question number 1. Jordan Love says, we will see. I don't know yet if I'll play. Weird. If only someone saw this coming.
Why would he? If I'm Jordan Love, I'm not showing up. I'm not. Look at the money getting thrown around. I'm not putting that for $12 million or whatever they want me to play for. No. He's got the leverage, Flannel. That's how this stuff works, and that's what I would do. He's a fool if he steps foot in that facility for $12 million. He's a fool.
Well, he's never gotten his payday. He's on his rookie contract, and he had a great year last year. I think he is the Packers franchise quarterback of the future, and this is the time. Seeing all the contracts that are being doled out, don't blame him at all.
No, you have to. You absolutely have to not. This is as good as leverage as he's ever going to have.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
So don't play. I wouldn't play. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way I would play.
You stored him for 3 years and kicked Aaron Rodgers to the curb. You might as well pay him.
That's what you're riding with him. Yeah. So get it figured out, man. That's how I would do it.
You pissed off your franchise player, all-time franchise player, to keep this guy. So just saying.
Absolutely. Second down.
All right, second down, second question. Justin Jefferson isn't participating in OTAs. Weird. If only someone saw that coming.
Why would he?
Yeah.
He has Minnesota by the balls
Minnesota.
right now.
The short and curlies.
He's got them. Because what are you going to do? Look, Minnesota's already teetering on the brink. And I've seen the reports already. More on JJ in a minute. We'll get to that one.
I knew you saw that and ran with it. Oh, my God.
Weird, huh? No, but anyway, Flannel, you are going to pay him $35 million. If you want Justin Jefferson to be a Minnesota Viking, you are paying him $35 million a year. You will give him the biggest non-quarterback contract in the history of football.
He scoffed at $33 million.
This is what you're in bed with this guy. And hey, Vikings fans, remember me? When you were passing my little clip around all your little blogs and stuff like that, this is the moment I was talking about right here, Vikings fans. This is why
you just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
This is why Amon-Ra St. Brown is greater than. Because you don't deal with this shit with him. You don't deal with it. I know where Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be for the majority of his career. Here in Detroit, at practice, at camp. I know. There are no issues. There are no issues. It's part of it. It's all part of it. The clown show isn't worth, even if you think that he's better, a bigger play guy, whatever. That smaller difference in the talent isn't worth the headache to me, Flannel.
But and this is where I can't vibe with you 100% because Justin Jefferson's had the greatest 4-year start to any wide receiver career ever. Look at the numbers. And he's earned a big contract. And also, if you're Justin Jefferson, you're probably looking around and saying, man, my quarterback's gone. My quarterback who I've had all this success with is gone, and now I'm stuck with Sam Darnold or rookie J.J. McCarthy. That's tough. So for all of those reasons, of course you're going to hold out.
Hold on.
Who knows if he wants to even be there?
We have some breaking cat spot news here from Robert Colosia, our resident legal expert.
Oh,
Fun fact, when you graduate from a Wisconsin law school, you automatically get a bar number. Robert Closey is an attorney as well. Catspot says he went to University of Wisconsin, but has no bar number. Things that make you say,
Show us.
That was impeccable.
I got you.
KG, that was impeccable. Third down.
Third question of the NFC North nickel package. The Athletic said that the Bears' offseason move, or the best Bears' offseason move, was drafting Odunze and trading for Allen. Would they have been better served addressing the offensive line?
I think the Lions have shown you that.
Yeah.
I think the Lions are a blueprint. I think the Chiefs' loss in the Super Bowl to Tampa Bay is a blueprint. I think Joe Burrow getting sacked 1,438,000 times in his NFL career already is an example of that.
Yeah.
That is the cost of admission to get in the club. And when I say the club, I'm saying a Super Bowl threat. You have to have an offense. You can't do it, Flannel. You can't do it without one. And they're going to try this, and you're going to try with a rookie quarterback. You can have all the weapons you want, bro.
Yeah.
If the ball don't get to them, what good are they?
Well, here's what I think. I think their offensive line is better than people give it credit for. Darnell Wright, they invested a high pick in him last year. Braxton Jones, a 5th-round pick, has actually turned out to be a pretty damn good starter last year. I mean, he's solid. He's not anything special. And Tevin Jenkins, who they got a few years ago, when he's healthy, is a very good guard. And just for the record, they did draft that tackle from Yale in the 3rd round, who also played a little guard as a freshman. So they're trying. I think they're trying to do a little bit of both. They're sacrificing a high-pick wide receiver for maybe a lineman who they're not as excited about. Yeah, they're trying to insulate Caleb Williams.
No, I get that, but if he can't get him the ball, it's all useless.
But I think their O-line's better than people are giving it credit for.
We'll see.
We're going to talk a lot about the Bears.
Fair.
We'll talk about them a little bit later.
You can always get a receiver. DJ Moore had 1,300 yards with Justin Fields.
That's what. And they were 5-2 coming down the stretch last year, 5-3.
Yeah,
they played some good football.
They did.
So we'll see. And I think a lot of people are putting that into this, and they're not. In terms of NFL quarterbacks, they're not equal yet. I don't care what you guys say. A man who has never played a snap in the NFL. No, he's not him yet. Broder, Goff is actually one of the best deep ball throwers in the league. Isn't it weird? Well, just have some patience, Broder. His deep ball will get better. All right, next down.
Okay, back to the Vikings. The Athletic said that about J.J. McCarthy, the ball explodes out of his hand. Your thoughts?
Well, that's always been his problem. But go ahead, now. Get your shit off. You've been waiting on this.
This whole J.J. McCarthy thing, especially with the Athletic, like this, as you would call it, knob slobbing, I believe is your terminology that you use.
Yes.
This whole knob slobbing of J.J. McCarthy really runs counter to every report that's coming out of OTAs, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, and
struggling with ball security, having trouble running the offense, all of that. Because again, it's almost an impossible task for a guy to walk in there day one and have it all figured out and know what's going on. Now, look, I'll say this. Like, if and when he struggles this year, because he will at points, I will say you have to ride it. You made your bed. Now you got to lay in it. It's just, like, the ball explodes out of his hand, and I think there was something about, like, you would expect to see fireballs. Like, come on.
Yeah, that means nothing because we already knew that. We already know that he has all the arm talent in the world. We know that he can, fit the ball into tight windows and make all the NFL throws. It's just a ball exploding out of your hand doesn't really mean a whole lot. It's more about accuracy and getting it to your playmakers, scrambling, throwing on the run, throwing out of the pocket. It was basically a nothing burger of a statement.
And finally, down number 5, back to the Bears. Chicago over-under for this wins this season is 8.5. Your thoughts?
So you're telling me they're going to be a wild card team, right? Like that's what they're saying. And again,
if you look around the NFC, I mean,
people are putting a lot of stock into that finish last year, but they're changing the main piece of that finish and bringing in a guy that's never done it. I'm trying to go I'm trying to do it like you do it, Flannel. I'm trying to go granular on it and bring in statistics and stuff like that. And look, the great thing about this business is it's on wax, as Easy would say. It's on wax. You guys know what I think about Caleb Williams. Yep. You know what I think. Clearly. I'm not buying it. And until or unless I see him do it, I will continue to not buy it. And I'm this close to issuing out the get right on under 8.5 for Chicago.
Whew.
I just do not see it. I don't like, say it out loud. The Bears at a minimum 9-8, a minimum, maybe 10-7.
You know what? I will say it. The Bears 9-8. I'm calling for it right now. I am. I think Caleb Williams is better than Justin Fields. I think they have a better.
What are the Packers? See, now we got to work backwards. What do you got the Packers at?
9 or 10, probably about the same.
What do you got the Lions at?
12.
What do you got the Vikings at?
Probably like 6 or 7.
We're running out of wins there.
No,
divisional wins for all these teams to get to where you're saying they're going to go. You realize they play each other twice.
I understand that.
You're on the Jared Goff thing from 2 years ago where we added up all these 1,500-yard seasons by everyone, and Goff had 6,800 yards passing.
I believe in Caleb Williams. They upgraded receiver. They have a nice tight end. They got a better offensive line than people think. They have Montez Sweat. They have T.J. Edwards. They have Tremaine Edmonds, so I think we'll have a bounce-back year. And they have Jalen Johnson and Kevin Byard in the secondary. And I actually think Swift and Khalil Herbert and Roshan Johnson are a pretty good trio of running backs. I know Swift and Herbert have had injury issues throughout their career, but if they're both healthy, they'll give you about 4.5 yards a carry.
Mike G, Neal is on fire like a Cancun STD. I can't speak to that, so I don't know. Tell him about Swiss Insurance.
Swiss Insurance. Well, if you get that ailment, maybe Swiss can help. Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in extra fees. Call Mark at Swiss Insurance today at 313-530-1698 or visit their website at swissins.com.
What's up, everybody? Neal, Ruhl, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness. Just wrapped up the Planet Fitness workout this week, and the work is done for the week, which is an electric feeling. You can get that electric feeling as well. Just walk into any one of the 50 plus Planet Fitnesses in and around the Metro Detroit area, and you can get your work in as well. $1 down, $10 a month. And you guys know the drill as well. The Black Card, which I believe to be the best deal in American consumerism. You're good. I'm good in any hood in Pontiac. You're good in any Planet Fitness. Over 2,500 of them around the world, everybody. You can go in. You're a cardio person. Do it. Tons of cardio equipment. You lift them weights like Spenny. Spenny's off today because it's Friday, right?
Correct.
He's off. You know, even the Lord rests one day, everybody. Spenny can too.
Legs
and that's
tomorrow.
Cool. Legs tomorrow. Saturday on the weekend, Spenny will be in there getting it in. You can too. The best gym in the gym game. Go to planetfitness.com, join there, or pull in the parking lot. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. All right, hour number 2, Big D Energy Nickel Package Friday, Getaway Friday. Coming up soon, we have Spencer Raxter's Memorial Day Nickel Package. We have an NFC North Nickel Package, a sports media Nickel Package as well. We are going to change gears and go to the NHL, but not before I read this one. Gromit 0237. So until Caleb Williams does something, he's a bust, but not JMO dash Neal. Well, Gromit, if Caleb Williams scores a couple touchdowns, responsible for a couple touchdowns in the NFC Championship game, then I'll say, hey, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I value performances in the biggest games in a franchise's history.
And not a minute sooner, he's got to do that before he's not a bum? That's a little, I would say.
If he flips the tide in 3 games and is directly responsible for winning, 3+ games strictly because he was there, then I'll say, all right, he's got something going.
All right. All right. And Aiden's got to do more, even though he exponentially helped more
We
wins.
had this discussion already, Flannel.
I know.
If you're a star, you're the admission to get in the club, right?
He was the best player on that defense by far last year.
And it's vastly improved around. Does he have his help?
You asked that with a snark again.
No, does he have his help?
You want him off the team.
No,
Let's cut him.
No, he should take a leap, right?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
What, he didn't do enough? You just said he's going to take a leap. So what he was doing before, so you expect more?
Was Amon-Ra St. Brown second
No.
year?
You expect more?
I expect, here's what I expect.
No, you expect more?
I expect the help around him to help free up more opportunities.
So you expect more out of him?
He's gonna be the exact same guy, but his sack numbers are gonna be higher.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. So you expect more?
I expect him to have more sacks, but he was great last year.
Okay, so more. Got it.
He was
Okay,
great
we
last
are
year.
on the same page. All right, let's
you
do
want
it.
him off the team. Trade him straight up for
Yeah, absolutely. Get a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So
NHL nickel package. Let's sneak this one in. We're going to do this with Jesus because I was told the Stars are going to win this series in 4. Then I looked and checked the score, and they lost yesterday.
Did not say Stars in 4.
Okay. Sorry.
But-
go ahead. All right. NHL nickel package. Let's cook.
Down number 1. There's already talks that Kane is going to return to Chicago. Do you resign Kane, and how crucial is he to this team's success?
I'm getting the vibes. He's not going to be back. Like I'm getting those vibes. It's a feeling at this point. I know that's crushing for everyone to hear because he's one of the few people in this town, non-football that we brought in, and he actually produced the way he was supposed to produce.
more, I'd say.
Yeah, and that sucks. No doubt it sucks. And he was a big part of what happened. But it sounds to me, I'm not getting those vibes. The way the camp's talking, all of it, I don't see it, Flannel.
I would love to see it, but at this point, bring Steven Stamkos home.
Yes.
And then we can say goodbye to Patrick Kane and have it not hurt so much.
So that's a perfect segue into my next question.
All
Down
right.
number 2. What position group needs to have the biggest offseason acquisition? Forwards, D, goalie.
For the Red Wings you're talking about?
Yeah.
I want to see the goals. I want to see a center that can score goals. I look around the NHL playoffs, and this is very, very similar to what I see around Major League Baseball right now. The video game cover guy. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe Mo Seider can be that dude. Maybe. Sure. And he's trending that way, and he's great. I want the goals. I need the goals. And that's what I have to see. Now, if Kane leaves, then obviously there's a lot more on DeBrincat's plate. And I'll expect more out of DeBrincat. I will expect more out of DeBrincat.
Yes.
I won't have to be trapped into saying it. I'll just say it.
As you should. DeBrincat he underperformed last year. I don't care what any of you say. Anywho, my pick, and that's a good one, and we kind of talked about Sam Reinhart yesterday, which, my God, make that happen. However, and thank you, Jesus, because you did a great job on our show yesterday. You brought up a name defensively that the more I kind of look into it, the more that I'm interested in. Bring TJ Brody home. Bring him home. He had more block shots last season than any defenseman on the Red Wings not named Mo Seider and Ben Sherratt. You bring up Reverdy, you bring up Johansson, you get rid of Ghost. You got yourself Wallman, Sherratt, Edvinson, Seider. It's not bad. Not bad.
The point of my thing is I'm working under the assumption Kane's gone. And the reason the Red Wings were better last year is because their power play was better. Period. End of story. And especially, I know like the physical defenseman fight everybody crowd. I know that they love that. I like scoring on the power play after they take a liberty on you and they get a penalty. That's what I like. That's how I like to quote pay them back. All right, third down.
So these are a 2-part question. So Neal, would you rather have Steven Stamkos, Sam Reinhart, Jake Gensel, or Teuvo Teravainen?
This is a setup, man, because I got to know the numbers. You know how I operate. I mean, if
I
we're
have
just-
numbers. I have numbers.
All right, give them to me.
Gensel, 8.5 to 9 million.
No. He's
Reinhart, 8.5 to 9 million. Teravainen, 6 million. And Stamkos is going to cost you 9 million.
Reinhart. I want Reinhart out of that group. I mean, I just do. And
easy.
Yeah, I think. Okay, good. I didn't want to offend Jesus any more than he's already offended himself, telling me that the Stars were going to sweep Edmonton. I don't think there's a debate to that one.
There's not a debate to that. Reinhart all day.
Okay, that was easy.
All right, and then for Flannel.
Any more brain busters for us?
On the defensive end, was TJ Brody your favorite?
Yes.
No doubt, even if we trade for Jakob Chichurin.
That would probably be my number one, but that or Brody, I would be very, very happy about. Go ahead.
The Jakob Couture buzz is very high, by the way, because he fits our age range. He has a very cap-friendly contract for this season, and we need a D.
Yes.
So, all right, down number 4.
All right.
Panthers went into MSG with a physicality that dominated the Rangers. How crucial is Game 2 for the Rangers?
Oh, they have to. Have to. And I saw the game. I'm thinking about doubling down and chasing my get right with the Rangers.
We are doubling down.
They have to. If they lose, they're done.
Yeah, they're dead.
Hard because you're going back to Florida for 2. At best, you're going to split. At best. Then you're down 3-1. You're cooked. They have to win today. Have to. Or they're dead. And life moves fast.
Yep.
Life moves fast.
It's a must win. The Rangers got punked in game 1 at home. They got shut out. With that roster, it's completely unacceptable if you're the Rangers, and they have to bounce back because if they lose, I could see it being a sweep, honestly.
Spenny, we think it's going to be a 6-4 game?
I can't see 6-4 in the cards.
Would you suck your own toe if it were 6-4?
I would suck my own toe if it was 6-4. I don't think Igor or Bob have let in 6 goals once this year.
I don't think they've let in 6 in the totality of the playoffs. Just a fan. Neal is full of tone today. Am I full of tone?
Just another day that ends in Y. It's okay.
All right. 5th down. Get us on the clock here.
All right. 5th down. After game 1, is it still the destiny of McDavid or is it the destiny of McJuices?
It ain't the destiny of McJuices.
No, man, 100% it is. The Stars are already up 1-0 in the series. They've shut down Connor McDavid, especially in the biggest moments. Jamie Benn has been the best player in the series, just like I was told. So this is over.
Yeah,
the Stars have this won. Jesus has spoken it. He walked across water and told us it was be such.
He parted the oil sea.
I told him I was hungry, and he fed me.
Well, we know this show is big Oiler energy these days, so let's talk about the fact that the Stars have lost Game 1 in their last 7 playoff series and won 5 of 6 of them.
Yeah, keep going to that well. See how well it works.
They swept the Avs on the road. And last night, the Oilers played the best defensive game I've seen them play all playoffs, and Stuart Skinner played out of his mind. I do not expect that to continue. Stuart Skinner is a sieve. He's the worst goalie left in the playoffs, no doubt in my mind. And Ottinger is on another level right now. He almost single-handedly won that game last night for the Stars.
Breaking news, Dante 151. He says the Oilers won. They did.
They did.
What the hell?
McDavid with the double overtime game winner too.
What?
I know.
Now you guys are lying to me.
No. That was absolutely great to see, and I agree with you that this Stuart Skinner performance is probably not sustainable. But the Oilers, they've shown me something this playoffs. I understand that they got kind of lucky, Thatcher Demko being out. I understand that, but that's kind of the breaks you need sometimes to win in the Stanley Cup, and they showed some grit.
And
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would say Dallas got a couple breaks to stay into that game. The Oilers missed 2 wide open nets, one right after Dallas scored the equalizer in regulation, and then Connor McDavid at the end of the first overtime missed a wide open net. And on top of that, I doubt McDavid gets a double minor to start overtime again. No. So
well, yeah, because the refs don't call penalties on him. It's the first time I've ever seen them call.
He got a double minor called on him in overtime.
I know.
Shut up about that forever.
I said it's the first time I've seen it all play. He high-sticked 2 different people in the Vancouver series and didn't get a penalty for it, drawing blood.
He got a double minor in overtime in the NHL. You could legally assault somebody and not get a penalty in overtime.
I disagree.
Borderline murder and not get a penalty in overtime in the NHL. Real quick, before we cut, that was it, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we cut to the break, Obi-Wan V. As an old jarhead, I appreciate your guys' recognition. We wrote a blank check to the United States, payable with our lives for all of our freedoms. That's bars right there, everybody. And again,
respect to everyone that fought.
Gives me chills to read that.
Respect to everyone that served our country and Memorial Days for those who didn't make it back.
Yeah.
So respect to them and their families.
And real quick, everybody, too, like when look, I'm going to do it. You're going to do it. We're all going to do it. But on Monday, when you're cracking the beers and you got the food on the grill and all that kind of stuff, just take a second.
Remember why you can do that.
1,000,000%, man, because not everybody can do that.
And ask the Russians about the triple option.
And ask the Russians and the Germans about the triple option. And next time you slander Service Academy football, think about it again.
Yeah.
Flannel.
Yeah, Flannel's going to love Service Academy football while he's watching Alex Orji run the double option all year this year.
Yes, he will be. All right.
Look at this amazing scheme. It's just such entertaining football to watch. They're electric.
Yeah, would you say it'll be glorious?
That is it's fantastic transition on
I know.
your
You don't have to
part.
tell me. I'm the one that said it.
The new glorious ice water bubble hash pre-roll, now with diamonds, constantly pushing to create the best canna experience. The perfect boost comes from the added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flower with only the highest terps, making the best better. Glorious Cannabis, check us out at your local retailer or gloriouscanna.com.
Glorious.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neal Ruhl here for Feldman Automotive. There's 18 Feldman Automotive locations in and around the Metro Detroit area, so you know that there is one close to you. We know about Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. But guess what? No matter what kind of car you're looking for, Ford, Kia, Chevy, whatever it is, you want a car, feldmanauto.com. Find car. Go get it in record time. That's it, everybody. Oh, by the way, need service on your car. I had an accident. Feldman Collision took care of it for me. It was effortless. FeldmanAuto.com. You are in the market for a car service, whatever. FeldmanAuto.com. There, I solved it for you. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, Sam Flannel in for DMAC. KG in the house. Intern Justin. And, of course, Spencer Raxta as well. And, Chuckle Cheese. All the vets here at General Bearing and Wixom salute you guys for keeping us entertained every day. And Neal, they said they love you, bro. Spitting facts. I appreciate that, man. It's important to me. You know, my dad served, my grandfather served, all of it. And it's one of those things that is. It's important to me. DMAC's big in that too. Mm-hmm. So to this show, it's part of the fabric of this show. And Ronnie Cyrus, we do the Hometown Heroes. It's important, man. I think people forget about it. People forget about the vets and they forget about schools, and I don't know why, but they do. So it's important to me. All right, keeping it pushing here. It is nickel package time. I've been waiting for this one. The NFC North nickel package, Spenny?
No, NFL.
The NFL package. That is right. Let's do it.
NFL nickel package. First question. Antonio Brown filed for bankruptcy. The Athletic says he owes about $3 million to creditors. Weird. If only someone saw this coming.
Wow. Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
AD down bad.
Dude, well, who's surprised by this? Did you hear that story? He had the ownership and stake in the arena football team, and the hotels weren't getting paid. He never pays anybody anything ever. And look, I love AB. I do. He's entertaining on Twitter. He needs to find a way to monetize that and kind of work this thing off, because I like Antonio Brown, and I think he was a great football player, and I think he's a Hall of Fame football player, and I think he went on a run that was maybe one of the greatest runs in the history that wide receivers have ever gone on in this game. Look it up.
That damn Vontaze Burfict.
Mm-hmm. Look it up.
To go fuck it all up.
AB is great. He is, but not so good with money.
No, unfortunately, and I'm going to second that. Antonio Brown's 6-year run, that alone can put you in the Hall of Fame. So if he doesn't get in, I'm going to riot. Seriously. And it would be because people don't like him anymore. They don't like his like what he's become after his football career. And obviously, yeah, he's had some pitfalls. I hope he can get his life together.
No, absolutely. Second down.
Second down, second question of the NFL Nickel Package. Aaron Rodgers said, I think if I don't do what I'm capable of doing, we're all probably going to be out here. I like that kind of pressure. Does that give you a bulge, Flannel?
Why would it give me a bulge? Because
you told me the Jets were going to the playoffs last year, and Aaron Rodgers was going to spin it, and everything was going to be great. And even though he's 40, he's going to go through the whole season and be MVP caliber and do all these types of things. But you hear him talk like that, do you bulge up or no?
If he's healthy this year, they're going to the playoffs.
He's never going to be healthy again.
They might. They insulated him. They did. They drafted Olu Fashanu. They acquired Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses and John Simpson. They gave him Mike Williams, and they drafted Malachi Corley, who is maybe the best slot receiver in the draft, to complement what the other receivers do well.
Give it a rest.
And they drafted Braylon Allen to back up Breece Hall. This is going to be a good offense, in addition to their defense, which is already really damn good. And they added Hassan Reddick when they lost Bryce Huff. I know you guys think that he's going to go 4-12 and throw 10 touchdowns and 25
No,
picks.
I don't think he's going to play 16 games.
Yeah.
Fine.
My take does not change because it was proven right last year. My sense will be it'll be proven right again. Flannel, here's the difference. Like guys like Tom Brady, LeBron James, all these guys, they sell their body to the game. Every single thing they put in their body, everything, every meal, everything, every workout is built for the game. He checks out.
Ayahuasca ain't going to save you.
You know, he checks out, Flannel. The second the season's over.
We don't care about the peyote.
You can go on all the darkness retreats you want and do all those things. Yeah. You can self-medicate and go on peyote retreats and all of it.
And be immunized.
Yeah, and be immunized.
Stop it with that.
No,
Who gives a fuck?
Give it a rest.
He gonna
get that good man
Who
Robert
gives
Saleh
a
fired.
damn about like the whole immunized thing? Nobody gives a shit about that.
Flannel, he's not going to finish the season. He doesn't sell his body to the game. So again, we'll run it back one more time. And you know what, KG? I didn't even think about your end of it. And I should have with his quote. Because they are going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not into it like the GOATs are into it.
He played till he's still in the NFL and he's 40.
Because he's collecting a check. That's
you
why.
act like he just doesn't take care of his body at all. Just the fact that he's played this much. Tom Brady and LeBron James are freaks of nature. Aaron Rodgers.
And why are they?
Because they sell themselves. However, Aaron Rodgers does that to some extent because he's still in the NFL at 40 years old. You can't convince me otherwise. He had a freak injury. He's going to be better this year.
It's fair. I agree with Sam.
Okay. Hey, Flannel, can't wait to see you later on in the winter.
All right.
Now, hopefully it is more than 4 snaps in.
Yeah, I hope he runs out with the flag again. Just let's replay last year. Let's just run it all back.
Run it back.
Speaking of which, speaking of immunizations, when I saw my mom last weekend, she gave me my vaccine card, so I have the polio vaccine in case.
Hell yeah.
She's like, here, you need this? I was like, why the fuck would I need this?
You've been immunized.
Yeah, I got to show the people, hey, got the polio vaccine when I was 6 years old.
Right.
Or younger than that, I assume. I didn't even look at
polio.
it. All right, next question. Speaking of a bulge for Flannel, Pat Mahomes spoke about the Harrison Butker situation. I've known Butker for 7 years. I judge him by the character he shows every day, and that's a good person. We're not always going to agree. He has said certain things that I don't agree with. Translate this for us, Neal.
No, hey, no problem. I'm glad you asked, Benny. I can translate that for you. Travis Kelce today came out and said something similar. Let me translate all of this for you guys, all right? Hey, I don't agree with what he said, but I don't give a shit what he says.
Right.
Because when everything is on the line, when we're in Buffalo or we're playing the AFC Championship game and it comes down to a field goal, he makes every field goal. That's what we give a shit about. I don't care what he says about anybody. Make the field goals. He makes the field goals. End of story. Guys, this whole thing and everybody that was losing their mind about it, the people in that locker room do not care. They don't. Period. End of story.
Yeah, and honestly, with what he's done in the playoffs, I would consider his legacy higher than even Justin Tucker's, just because of the situations he's been able to be in, and he always comes through. Is he a better kicker? No, but nobody has made more kicks with more on the line than anybody in NFL history besides maybe Adam Vinatieri.
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's Adam Vinatieri, but they're in the same room right now. They are.
That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah, and the NFL locker room is one of those places where when guys say that, like, they mean that, and that's it.
Yes.
But they can look past it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flannel, is Jason Hansen overrated?
People who think his jersey should be retired, I think that's insane, first of all.
Isn't he the all-time points leader in the NFL?
Like what?
He's
I don't know
a
about
kicker.
the NFL.
But the Lions,
kicker.
absolutely.
For the Lions, for sure. Yeah.
He's a kicker.
He was the best damn kicker.
We know you don't
ever
care about
seen.
special teams.
You wish you had Jason Hansen right
Do you
now.
think the Patriots should retire Matthew Slater's number?
Absolutely not. Matthew Slater's a bum. If they put him in the Hall of Fame, I will go to Canton and pick it. I'm dead fucking serious. If they put him in the Hall of Fame over Antonio Brown, I will go to Canton and start a protest. I don't care if it's just me. Matthew Slater is a bum. He's a nobody. I don't care.
Next one.
I'll pull up with you, Sam.
Thank you.
Y'all have fun with that.
All right, fourth question of the nickel package. The worst national broadcast games of the year, no question, will be Giants versus Panthers in Germany. You sitting this one out, Neal? This is what the Germans get. Don't think we forgot. You motherfuckers get Giant Panthers.
I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
And you know what, though, Spenny, not only will I be sitting it out, and I know it's Memorial Day weekend, but I do believe that maybe the U.S. should possibly face some international sanctions over this.
Yeah.
Like you can't
It's a war crime.
You can't do this to the rest of the world. Like, I know America #1, right? Like, I know that stuff. Love it or leave it. I get all that. We can't go around doing this to other countries.
It's pretty bad.
This is too far, Flannel.
Yes.
Come on.
No, that's you can't have a worse game on paper. And oh, by the way, before we move on, Matthew Slater had 192 tackles in his entire NFL career. Bobby Wagner had like 180 last year alone. That's the impact you can make
How
on
many
special
All-Pros
teams.
does he have, though?
He's got like 5, but it's on special teams.
Do you think that instead of putting Jason Hansen in the Hall of Fame, that they should sit him in a room and make him watch Giants-Panthers in Germany instead?
Well, no, I wouldn't do that to him.
That's torture.
That's.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Bryce Young is going to get his shit rocked in that game. Because
That's
say
actually
what you
true.
want about the Giants,
Yeah.
they might have the best defensive line in football.
Wow. They got that bust Kayvon Thibodeau.
Kayvon Thibodeau's good.
Oh, is he?
Dexter Lawrence is probably the best interior defensive lineman in football, and they added Brian Burns.
It's because Kayvon got help, right?
He definitely has help.
All right.
If you think Kayvon is in Aiden's league, you're high. But you do. You'd rather have him on this team. You would, and that's okay.
Shout out the Germans. All right, fifth question of the
Lots of
nickel
talk about
package.
sauerkraut.
Yeah, I'm not a kraut
Definitely
guy. gonna
not
lie.
shout out Germans.
The only, yeah, sorry, Curtis. Hey, man, that was a long time ago.
Hey, those were the words of Spencer Raxter, everybody. That's enough for me. I'll see you all later.
Tell you what, I'm not a sauerkraut guy except on a Reuben. Love a good Reuben.
Yeah, you got to.
Love a good Reuben, but not a
Who this man?
not a sauerkraut fan.
Okay, can we please
All right,
just move on?
Juice is going. Definitely not. Shout out the Germans. Fifth question. The league plans to test optical tracking for line to gain rulings in the preseason. You on board? What does that even mean? Optical tracking for line to gain.
They're putting a
rulings.
chip in the football, or they're using some kind of optical equipment to measure first downs. They're talking about getting rid of the chain gang. That's what they're talking about. And you know what? It's about time.
It is about time.
I am tired. I am tired of some 80-year-old officiating crew out there. Millions of dollars on the line, legacies on the line, stadiums full of people, tens of millions of people watching around the world, and I got some 80-year-old dude out there guessing where the ball's down at, then guessing where to put the chain on 4th and inches. Enough. We have the technology, everybody. Let's cut the shit and get in the real age. Get these 80-year-old referees that can't keep up with the best athletes in the world. Get them out of here. Get these 80-year-old referees, get Javi Baez, and get them out of here.
I like the chain gang. I like tradition. I
But
do.
you hate Matthew Slater.
Okay.
Tell them about Premier Pet Supply.
Premier Pet Supply, hands down the best pet store. Same prices at all the conveniences, the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years, with 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service that customers have come to know and trust. On Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, keeping it pushing here.
I think I got to clear something up.
Yeah, I think you do.
I put it in the chat. I like German food. I like German beers. I like German cars. But I do not like fascism. Fascism is not good.
Fair enough.
Good job, Sweeney.
America.
Hashtag fascism stinks.
Hashtag fascism stinks. Yeah.
Hey, they don't like the triple option.
They do not like the triple option. And Japan doesn't like the double option.
No, they don't.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Brandon Harris. I like the chain gang too, but they got to do better.
Yeah,
No.
it takes them like 15 minutes to figure out an inch. Like,
Because they're 80 years old.
Measurements are electric,
Y'all-
though.
y'all-
You're on the edge of your seat.
I do like the
on, bro.
measurements.
Come on.
You're going to get them. You're going to get them on the screen. They'll do it like tennis.
But
I don't know if you ever watched tennis
bring
before.
out the chain.
Come
That's
on.
part of it.
You don't like tradition. It's okay.
Oh, you like chains.
And I
huh,
love seeing,
Oh my God, what time is it?
28 minutes. Can we do 28 minutes?
Oh my God, I want out of here.
Memorial Day nickel pack. Let's get a little lighthearted in here.
I want out of here. Broder, Amon-Ra's a friend of the network. I bet he's laughing. First words I ever said to him were in German. He's one of the best humans. For real, though.
Shout out.
Broder, it's a good thing you were patient and developed a relationship with him. All right.
Amon-Ra is the man.
You-
I do like German wide receivers. They're very good.
not.
But like I said, fascism, not cool.
Not cool. I think we can all agree. See, when you do this, Spenny, here's what you got to do. You got to say, I think we can all agree that fascism
Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah.
Then boom, everyone's on your side.
Love a good bratwurst. Wiener Schnitzel's very good, but fascism, not cool.
German suplex is a good move.
Yeah, German suplex is a good.
Mo
German,
cider?
German chocolate
Mo
cake.
cider.
Oh.
German chocolate
Slaps.
cake, very good. Mo cider, dog. Amon-Ra St. Brown, dog.
Yep.
Sebastian Schweinsteiger.
I was gonna say, don't know many other German athletes, but I'm sure they're good. But fascism, not cool.
Not cool. You know what? Let's do the sports media, Nick, because I want to
Okay.
do the sports media one real quick because I want the Memorial Nickel package to ride us off. And
Into the sunset.
you did great with it. Dante 151. Funny how the UFL does it, and yet the NFL is a multi-million-dollar industry is finally doing it. What the hell? I mean,
Right.
come on now, Flannel Sam.
Y'all complain
Exactly.
about replay taking so long. Why the hell do we want the chain gang still?
Neal, Mike G. Neal needs a tall bourbon and some schnitzel. Okay. All right, let's go here. Sports media nickel package.
Gravit says fashion is an Italian thing.
Here, we're not doing this.
It's true.
We're not power ranking fashions.
You know, the Axis powers, not great people. That was a rough time.
It was.
I'm not forgiving the sins of my people. You know,
Hey, but Spenny, Italy jumped sides.
They
Like,
jumped
they were
sides.
like, hey, this isn't working out well.
Italy saw.
They had to do what they had to do.
We're here, guys.
You don't invade Russia in the winter. That was a mistake that the Germans made.
Yeah.
Italy,
People
they
make
jumped
mistakes.
ship. you know?
They got together. They're like, hey, this one's not working
Yeah,
out so
they
well.
flip-flopped.
USA.
And you know what? Italian food shits on German
man,
food.
bro.
Italian cars better than German cars. Italian women hotter than German women. So, like a little lesser version of fascism, still not good, but all right.
Okay.
Sports media nickel package.
for Christ's sake.
First question: the Indiana Fever are 0-4. What does the WNBA need Caitlin Clark to win? Womp womp. Cameron Brink's better and hotter.
Hotter, yes.
Hotter,
You know what,
absolutely.
Flannel? Going into the season, I would have said yeah. But like Caitlin Clark played a game and it was the front end of a doubleheader on ABC, and then they pulled a 1.3 million viewers, and then game 2 got 1.4 million. So initially I would have said yeah, but I'm thinking not so.
It's going to reach its peak, though, if Caitlin Clark actually wins and lives up to the hype. And so far, she doesn't have the team around her. or
She's
anything,
had a
but
rough couple
she
weeks.
Has.
Tell you what,
Rough couple weeks.
haven't watched a minute. Don't plan on watching a minute.
Fair enough.
I will watch for Cameron Brink. though.
So then you are planning on either way, Spenny.
I'll watch her tunnel walkout. I'm not gonna watch the game. bro. That's
Oh.
But whatever, you're going to turn the broadcast on.
brutal. Maybe, probably not.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No, you will.
I don't know.
I'm gonna text you next time they're playing on TV.
All right.
And tell me you don't tune in.
I might flip to it.
Yeah, see, there we go. All right.
But
All right.
Caitlin Clark looks like Tim Allen.
Oh,
All right, number 2.
Jesus Christ.
Number 2.
Are you, Spenny?
What?
Have you been drinking?
No.
Okay.
No, I said this early. I said this on Heavyweights a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
All right. NFL games are now streamed on 4 different streaming platforms, but I know you guys won't watch it, right? Right?
No, yeah. I'm not paying for another streaming. Yes, you are. You all are.
Yeah.
You all are. Stop talking tough. I know it's easy for you guys to talk tough here in May, going into Memorial Day weekend. Maybe some of you getting into it a little bit already, and you're like, no. You take a drink of your beer, you're like, nah, Neal, I'm not getting another streaming service. You're gonna buy them all.
Yep.
You are. They just are, Flannel.
I got them all, and I'm thinking about NFL Plus.
And
And I got
You're
them
gonna
all.
get a fifth?
Yeah.
They got you, KG.
They got me. for
whatever
sure.
happened to tradition?
Here we go with tradition and chains and shit.
Whatever
All right, go
happened to
ahead.
tradition? Just being able to turn
I think
on
the
networks-
subject matter from earlier, if tradition went on forever, Flannel, I think the subject matter for earlier would still be playing out.
I'm not a soulless bag man, so I don't like all of the streaming services. But at the same time, I work in sports media. Got to watch the games.
Yeah.
So they got you.
They got him out.
I suppose.
Shout out to
gentlemen, we
Detroit
got it.
Dabber in the Woodward Sports Chat. He said, major broadcasting challenge to pivot from fascism to the WNBA. Both equally unwatchable. All right, next question. Question number 3 of the sports media nickel package. Speaking of the NFL, the league is considering games in Australia for 2025. G'day, mate.
Oh, there he is. I knew he was going to drop that one. It's never going to stop. And I will say this. Again, I know you guys don't watch the NBA.
Right.
I know you don't. You guys tell me that all the time, but they get $7 billion deals, but you tell me you don't watch. But regardless, I think the NFL is directly ripping from the NBA playbook right now. They will play games in Japan. They will go into Asia. They will go anywhere for $1.
There will never be any home games ever again, all overseas. But no, that's a really long flight.
They don't care.
They better have bye weeks.
Should get bye weeks after for sure.
After Australia?
It's a big difference from
Yes.
going to England than Australia.
Yes.
Big facts.
I would agree with that, Flannel.
No, they are going to play China,
Yeah.
Japan, Australia.
They put NFL camps in Africa. That should just show you
They'll be
where they
playing
at.
games there soon too.
Yep.
They'll be going everywhere.
And they'll be stopping soon in Belgium, Moldova. I've heard that's a nice place to go.
Wow. I've never been to Europe. I want to go to Europe.
You man like you would do very well in Europe,
I
Spenny.
feel like I would.
All right, next down.
Next question. Shout out Casa de Rizzi, by the way. My mom's cousin They own a vineyard in Italy. So if I ever need to
damn.
go, yeah, I can go chill.
I got a friend with a vineyard.
my.
Hey, is it in Petoskey too?
It is not in Petoskey. It's
See,
in.
the thing is,
It's in Italy. I don't know that. I don't know the name of the city it's in.
Even harder to get to.
But my Vincenzo, he sends me memes on Facebook. They're all in Italian. Like, he'll send me memes, but it's Italian, so I don't know what the fuck it says. And I'm just like, ha ha. But,
let's go to his
Use
name's
translate.
Vincenzo.
yeah, no, they're like pictures. Like, it's a meme, like a picture.
Well,
And-
type it out if you're that curious.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about it.
All right.
He's a
well,
cool guy,
then,
though. He's
then what
cool.
was the point of the story if you're not that worried about
Because
it?
I get Italian memes sent to me. All right, next question. The NFL spokespeople have said the NFL has to account for Taylor Swift and making the schedule this year, as she has more concerts in NFL stadiums in New Orleans, Miami, and Indy. However, the NFL said it is just a coincidence that Taylor Swift shows in Toronto is so close to the Chiefs and Bills game. Do you buy that?
No.
No.
Not for a second. Because we're talking about the bag, right?
Yeah.
No games get ratings like games that Taylor Swift is at.
Yeah.
None. And you guys can hate that. You can think it's stupid. You can say, I've had enough, but you haven't had enough because you're watching it and you're going to watch. That's my tone for this repeatedly. You guys can talk as tough as you want about Taylor Swift, about streaming networks, all of it. You're addicted. You're addicted. And when the dealer shows up and he just got the fresh supply, you get the rubber rope out and you go take your hit. That's
Blue
what
magic,
you do.
baby.
Hey, and the best side effect of new fans being brought to Taylor Swift is you get to watch the best quarterback, whoever did it, play every single week.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, Taylor Swift won the Super Bowl.
That's it. Let's get fifth down. Tell them about Dispo.
Dispo, 100%. Dispo Dispensary. Visit today for deals too good to miss. Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. Try the freshest inventory for Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com, your local cannabis plug.
What's up, everybody? Neal Ruhl, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
ESPN is under. Oh, I was reading the nickel package question.
All right.
Soroki nickel package.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Metro Detroit. Locations are popping up all over this city. Known for their hand-battered, hand-breaded chicken tenders, their delicious chicken sandwiches, and their New York-style pizza. If you want Soroki's, just go to a mega station near you or go to Sorokis.com to figure out where you can get some of this great food.
All right, keeping it pushing. Neal Ruhl, Sam Flannel in for DMAC KG, intern Justin, Spencer Raxter. That's third to first across your infield. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread as well. Burn, in all caps. She can't keep getting away with this. Burn, yes, she can. Yes, she can.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Nickel package Friday. The final nickel package of the day, the one I've been waiting for the most. It is time for Spencer Raxter's Memorial Day nickel package.
All right. First question of the Memorial Day nickel package. What is the best beer for the boat or the beach or wherever you're at, near the water?
Okay, if it's beer only.
Beer only.
And I think there is a difference between the beach and the boat.
That is fair. Water adjacent.
Yeah, warm weather. Yeah, whatever
Water
it is for you.
Water adjacent.
I would say for me, on the beach, On the beach, it's Corona for me.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
classic.
hit.
It's classic. It's timeless. All of that.
With the lime?
100%.
Okay,
100%.
Just making sure.
On the boat, there's two methods of attack. Number one, the summer shandy, or whatever variation of summer shandy you roll with.
Line and kugels.
Yeah, however you roll with that. But I won't hate the ones that say, the Two Hearted or the Oberon. You guys are tough guys.
Love an Oberon.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You guys are tougher than I am, and that's fine. That's fine.
Love me some Oberon.
Like, there's the heavy route and the light route, and some people on the boats, they go the heavier route. I can't be mad at that. That's you. You do you. For me, I'm probably rolling the summer shandy. What do you got, Flannel?
I am going to go with both answers, Blue Moon.
Ooh.
Any day, any setting.
That is a perfect marriage of the two.
I love a Blue Moon, too.
That's my favorite beer, period. And pretty much any setting, I'll always go with Blue Moon.
I'll tell you what, I am a shandy guy when it comes to boating or beaching. Love a good shandy. They're refreshing. But the beer of the summer for me, when I know it's summer, is when that blueberry dripper starts flowing. That blueberry dripper from Coonan, man. I'll tell you what. There's nothing better than that.
All 10% of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That first blueberry of the season, I caught myself a growler. Oh, man. Nothing like it.
Danny G, Coors Banquets.
Oh, wait.
That's aggressive. That's so heavy.
That's very aggressive.
Coors, the banquet beer.
That is.
Let me step up here. I'm going to go with Kona Big Wave. It's same thing as Flannel over there, but it's with pineapple instead of oranges.
Now, is that readily available in Petoskey or wherever it is your boat is?
Yeah, it's available everywhere now. It used to be only available in Arizona, which is where I first tried it, but now it has become national.
Oh, I'm seeing Long Drink in the chat.
Oh, Long Drink.
Long Drink's hit.
We ain't got no love for Modelo in here.
I love Modelo's good beer.
I like Modelo's.
I think that'd be good on a boat.
I watch Modelo's when I watch boxing, ironically enough. That's the one place where their marketing works. I swear to God, every time their marketing works.
I wonder why.
Yeah. They sponsor boxing. What are you trying to say, KG?
You drinking Modelo and Tecate when you're watching boxing?
Yeah, I do. I'm not kidding you.
That's a little...
They sponsor boxing.
That's fair.
They do.
Modelo, for whatever reason, like, it's a beer I like, but it's not one that I'll, like, go order. Or when I go to the store, I'll buy.
Yeah.
Unless I'm reminded, like, hey, you like Modelo.
Hey, it's a boxing match on tonight. That's what you...
Because their logo's everywhere. You know what? Piss on you, KG. All right, let's keep it pushing.
I'll tell you guys what. In the chat, they don't sponsor me, but they pretty much do because I'm there a couple times a week. Coonan has the best beer selection in the game. They got multiple locations in Michigan. The Blueberry Drip Up, when it comes out, it'll probably be here in about a month. It is the best summer beer. It hits, and it's the 10%ers, so they hit you back. All right, next
real quick, Hoof-Hearted, astronaut food, 15% beer. It's got a kick to it.
Ooh.
I'm all about Dragon Mead.
I like that. Dragon Mead's good. Coonan has it's mead. It's called the Immortal IPA mead. That's
Belgian?
I think it's like 13%.
Yeah,
that shit hits.
If I'm doing it, I'm doing it.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, second down. We're never gonna make it.
Next question. Go-to lawn game. What's your go-to lawn game?
I know that it's been canceled.
Jarts?
Used to be Jarts. I love Jarts.
Got the danger sense in it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make sure, you have to really scope out the lawn before you throw. Like, where are the kids? All that stuff. I did like Jarts a lot. Now, I mean, I guess, right, everyone's going to say bag toss or cornhole or corn toss, whatever you call it. That's what everyone's going to say, and that's fine. I enjoy that too. I tell you what I do not abide by, though. That stupid-ass ladders game. That game is stupid with the balls on the string.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Old man balls.
No,
that's a good
get
game.
It out of here.
That's a fun game.
Get it out of here. Get Javi Baez, 80-year-old referees, and ladder ball, and shoot it to the moon.
You just made the list.
Yeah.
Right. Chris Jericho, boy. Black people do it right. We do horseshoes, man.
Horseshoes is good.
Horseshoes.
You know what?
And
you know what? Bad on me, because it's been so far removed from the rotation.
Yeah.
No one has a good horseshoe pit anymore.
No, they don't.
I had a buddy of mine that took that shit serious.
Oh, absolutely.
Leveled it out.
Yeah.
Got high quality sand in there.
Ooh.
Had the backer board. I mean, he got civil engineer on it. Horseshoes is elite. You just don't see it anywhere anymore.
No, you don't. Except black people's barbecues, but
I tell you about when I drive to Detroit City, sometimes when I go home up Mound, it's about 6 Mile and Mound.
Yeah.
Guys have that. They have the pits that they made out there, and I see them every Saturday night. They're out there.
Oh yeah.
And they'll use like the headlights from the cars.
Yeah.
They're playing at night and everything. I give them the horn beep when I roll by. Man, shout out. All right, Flannel, go ahead.
Catch. Any kind, baseball, football, just throw the ball around.
Nothing
That's
wrong
fair.
with nothing
Yeah,
wrong
that's
with
fair.
a good catch. I love a good baseball catch, man.
Yeah,
That is underrated.
And the foot tossing the football around.
Yeah, tossing the football is classic.
That is electric.
Can't go wrong.
Good call, Flannel.
I'll tell you what, I got two. They haven't been mentioned. Washers. Washers is a fantastic game. Love Washers. And what I've been playing recently, it's called Coob. It is a Viking game where you're throwing sticks at other sticks. Look it up. It's a lot of fun. When my boys got it, we've been playing it. It's real white game.
KG.
It's white people shit.
Some
All right,
of
thanks.
the whitest shit I take a part of, for sure. It's called Coob, though. It's literally by Vikings. It's a lot of fun.
I found that long games in general are white people shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is true. All right, next one.
All right, next one. Next question of the Memorial Day nickel package.
Jack Stark, keep croquet away. Yeah, croquet, man.
Mine was wiffle ball.
Yeah, wiffle ball strong too.
What's your favorite go-to side at the barbecue?
Coleslaw.
Ooh.
Always.
Ooh,
Coleslaw for me. It can be put on a sausage. It can be put on a hot dog.
It's got to be made right though.
I can put it on a hamburger. I won't make it though. Like the store bought one is usually sufficient enough for me.
I feel you.
Because I'm already grilling everything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take the time and put it in and make coleslaw when there's a readily available, adequate, pre-made one there. But I put it on burgers. I put it on hot dogs. I put it on everything. So that's why it is for me.
I am going to go with no sides, all meat.
Whoa,
I will.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
no Drizzy.
No Drizzy. I will load up my plate with
KG,
like a
you know
burger,
what to
hot
do.
dog, steak.
I'm on it.
Just no sides necessary.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I'll tell you what. I think the most underrated side of the barbecue, and a thing I'm a big fan of, pasta salad, man.
Salad's good.
I love pasta salad, whether it's with the Italian dressing or the macaroni salad. Like I love me some pasta salad.
I will see your pasta salad and raise you potato salad.
Potato salad's getting a lot of love in the chat
I love
too.
potato salad too.
Absolutely.
It's a
staple at
no
the black
raisins
barbecue.
though. No raisins.
No,
Cast
please
in-
no raisins.
And yellow potato salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta have mustard.
Big
Yeah,
facts.
it's got to
Big
be the
facts.
yellow.
If it's
potato.
outside, it's got to have mustard in it.
Yeah.
Caston Reed. I haven't seen you here in the chat before. Welcome, Caston.
Shout out.
Spicy coleslaw. Shout out Tennessee. I got to look into that one.
Spicy coleslaw sounds like something I could get behind.
No doubt about
I
it.
am not a coleslaw guy because I worked at Chicken Shack for 7 years and made
yeah.
an industrial amount of coleslaw every morning. So
And they coleslaw kind of
yeah, can't do that.
It is kind of mid.
How did everyone pass on mac and cheese? That's mine.
Well,
It got one to
it's-
mention.
That's
It's
a
a staple,
barbecue.
though.
Yeah, that's not
it's
like a
not
barbecue. You need an
Yeah.
oven to make mac and cheese.
Well, I mean, black people have it at their barbecues, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the known unknown, like
Yeah.
That's true.
Mac and cheese gets its own tier.
Yeah.
Hold on. Burn. A man like Flannel would do very well at the black barbecue. All the old ladies would love him. Is that true?
Wait, say that again.
Burn said a man like Flannel would do very well at the black barbecue. The old ladies would love him.
Oh,
Is that true?
Because he's all meat, no sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Flannel might get some play.
It's true.
I have a wife.
We know. All right, next one.
Next down. Is it too early? Is Memorial Day weekend, is that too early to get in the lake?
No, my kids would tell you as such. We went up to Houghton Lake a couple years ago, and it was, I think the high got up to like 68.
They was out there.
They were out there.
Damn.
And my wife was like, "It's cold. It's too
Yeah, that
cold."
water is cold.
They didn't care. You remember that though? When you were a kid, man,
You
it
ain't
was
really care.
Yeah, it was never too early.
Yeah, no, it's not too early, and that's where when the pool opens in my condo complex. So I suppose that's my gauge.
That's the gauge on it. What about Spenny? You look like a guy that will just jump in. The lake.
Yeah, no gauge for me. I'm in there.
If you're off work,
If I'm at the beach, I'm in the water. You better
that's
believe it.
you know what? Good for you, because that's how I am too.
Yeah,
Even if I don't feel like it.
yeah, I'm in the water.
I'm
That's what
going
there
in
for.
anyway.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
with
go.
y'all. 100%. Got to be in the water.
Mike G. Flannel gets sex. I was told.
Yes.
LFG Neal, this show.
Late all the time.
LFG Neal, this show rules. I love these holidays. And we'll do it again for 4th of July.
For sure.
Spencer Raxter will do the 4th of July nickel package. All right, here we go. Most important one.
Final question of the Memorial Day nickel package. When do you start drinking?
8:12 a.m. first tee time. I'll have the first one cracked at 8:08 tomorrow morning.
Facts.
It's a little early.
You got a Monday tea time?
No, I'm playing tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I'm not mad at it, though. It's a little early.
And again,
but if you're on the course, that's
on the
different.
course, it's different.
Yeah, well, even so, I would have one, even if I were at home, I would have one cracked by 11:30 a.m.
Yeah, I was about to say around noon.
Yeah.
We get a little frisky around noon. You know, start to stretch a little bit.
Yeah, just get loose.
All right, get a little comfortable.
What about you, Flannel?
In the suite at the Tigers game tonight. Let's
Hell
go.
Yeah. Keep the party going.
Let's go.
My friend invited me. He's invited me. My friend's a Detroit guy. He's a movement, like electronic music type of guy, and so he's invited me to all these parties at downtown for movement this weekend. I'm not going to any of them. He's like, yeah, this one party, it starts at 4:30 a.m. That sounds fucking terrible. Right? What?
See, Spenny's turned, everybody.
Yeah.
I would say a year ago.
Well, I mean, if I'm doing drugs, I'll stay up until 4:30 a.m. to go to that party.
And you know what's funny? Like, you bringing that up was a great segue to this, because I did want to talk about this, because I've kind of gotten in to the techno music a little bit, but like the pop techno, the stuff that everybody likes. I don't like the doing X and sweating for 6 hours techno. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not going to a party at 4:30 a.m. for a techno concert.
Yes.
I'm not going to that one where it's the same beat for 7 hours. I'm not talking about that. But like the pop techno, I'm into, Flannel.
You know what that sounds like, your friends' parties? It sounds like the techno area at 99 Woodstock or whatever.
It's literally what, like, I am not an EDM guy. Not that is not my scene. I do like mushrooms, but I'm not an EDM guy. But yeah, I'm not going to a party that starts at 4:30.
I'm deep in the EDM scene. I don't necessarily like techno, but I love bass and dubstep, and that is very fun. And it doesn't end at 4:30 in the morning. That's like an after party of an after party.
No, it starts at 4:30.
Yeah, I know, but there's probably 2 other parties before that party that people go to and then go there.
Yeah. I like the deep house too. On like a Saturday, if I'm sitting out on the deck, I'll get into that. I'll flip the ball. The deep house is cool.
It's not me. Not my scene. Not my vibe.
I'm not banging it or anything like that.
That's fair.
But
that's fair. It's just that's not my vibe.
Caden, average score, Neal. I'm playing to about a 9.6, 9.8 index right now. Right. So low 80s. If I make some putts, high 70s. If I hit a couple skank shots, mid 80s. Like that seems to be about where it is.
What about Planet Fitness?
What about Planet Fitness? We're live at the Planet Fitness studios. I do some stretches for golf that I've implemented this week, and guess where I can do them? At Planet Fitness, because there's room to stretch there too. Everything is available to you. It is the best deal in the gym game. And planetfitness.com. You can join there. You can pull in the parking lot, however you want to do it. If you guys want the very best gym in the world, that is Planet Fitness. Planetfitness.com, where your fitness is essential.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. Tired of those same old Detroit sports wearables? Go to woodwardsports.com/shop. Get the Stoke Not Scared shirt, and coming soon. That's right. Boo them kids.
Boo them kids.
That's
Boo them
right.
kids.
It's coming out soon. Keep your eyes out for it. I was told it's coming soon. So there you go. Justin.
It's done.
All right. Keeping it pushing. Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network.
Real quick one.
on a getaway Friday, everybody. So
It's Friday.
all right, that'll do it. So again, shout out to all the vets out there.
Thank you.
As I like to say,
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yep.
Yes.
All gave some gave all, and a
not-
lot of families in there too.
Will not be forgotten.
Shout out Bloody Mary.
And take a second on Monday between all the debauchery and the beer drinking and the grilling and all that. Just think about it for a second.
Yeah.
All right, that's what it is. I always take my kids fishing that morning, and I always talk to them about it. So it's important, everybody. Flannel.
I pretty much second everything you said. It's going to be a fun weekend for all. We all get the day off on Monday, but don't remember why you get those freedoms and privileges that you have. And it was a hell of a show, a hell of a pre-Memorial Week show.
If you're drinking, call an Uber.
Yes. Shout out.
Come on.
Yes.
Push a couple buttons on your phone.
Call an Uber.
That guy up north, Neal, finishes that 812 beer at about noon. Huh, okay.
Oh, are you trying?
Yeah.
Especially call the Uber if you're going to Movement, please. Specifically Movement. Don't be fucking with driving with whatever's in your system.
Are you going to Movement?
No, I'm going up north.
Going to his boat in Petoskey.
Hey.
Yeah, the boat in Petoskey.
Was it the braids?
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay in your shoes. And if you do get out of your shoes, take care. All right? For Sam Flannel, for KG, for intern Justin,
I'm gonna be
for
out of my
Spencer
shoes.
Raxter, my name's Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy. Well, see you later.
Go Vets.
We got pretty